I'm 28. I don't have decades of experience, and I don't have a long list of achievements. And I'm still kind of just figuring out who I am most days. But maybe that's exactly why I can say this so clearly. The world that we've inherited, it's not finished, and we're not powerless inside of it. There's this quiet pressure to believe that wisdom only comes with age, that you have to wait your turn to speak, to question, to challenge. But history doesn't work like that, and change is never politely waited for permission. We're growing up in a time where we can see everything, every injustice, every contradiction, every system that claims to protect while quietly causing harm. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Take the actions of the Israeli government and the ongoing reality faced by Palestinians. You don't need to be a historian to realize or recognize when people are living without basic freedom, when movement is restricted, when dignity is negotiated instead of guaranteed. You just need empathy and the willingness not to look away. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Oppression doesn't always look like we expect. It doesn't always announce itself. And I've kind of touched on this before, that it hides behind language like security or necessity. Sometimes it's explained so often that people just stop questioning it altogether. But being young means we still have that instinct to question what doesn't feel right. Not because we have all the answers, but because we're convinced that the current answers are not good enough. And that matters. Because the world doesn't change through power, it changes through perspective. Through people deciding that something accepted is no longer acceptable. Through voices that refuse to shrink just because they're new. We're told to be realistic, to lower expectations, to understand that the world is complicated. And it is. But complicated should never be an excuse for indifference. We can hold two truths at once. That people deserve safety, and that safety should never come at the cost of another person's humanity. That's not radical, that's just basic. So maybe wisdom isn't about age, maybe it's about clarity, the ability to see suffering and not justify it away, the courage to imagine something better even though you've never seen it before. We may be young, we may be uncertain, but we're not as small as we've been told. And if there's one thing holding on to in this world, it's that the future is shaped by people who refuse to accept that injustice is just the way things are. So don't wait to matter, because you already do.